buenas amigas, amigos, ¿qué tal estáis? Espero que muy bien y bienvenidos un día más a mi canal. Bienvenidos en esta ocasión a Marta, está, juego que le tenía bastantes ganas. Lo tenía por ahí apartadito por la biblioteca y ¿por qué no? He dicho, pues venga, vamos a darle ya caña a este juegazo del que se ha hablado bastante bien, sinceramente, y que tiene unos graficazos, por lo que yo he visto, bastante chulos. La historia es lo que más premia en este juego. Por lo que se ve, tiene una historia bastante penetrante y bastante profunda. Así que nada, familia, sin más dilaciones, lo vamos a disfrutar, como os digo siempre. Si os mola el contenido, apoyadlo con un gran likeazo y sin más dilaciones, let's go.
Ciao, I'm Giulia K. I'm glad you are here. Nobody has visited me in ages. It's been years now. I must tell you my story, but I don't know where to begin. There is so much that I should start from my childhood, but my memories of these times are vague. I only remember the summer of 1929. When they sent me off to stay with my nanny.
Qué bien se ve, familia, el juego, ¿eh? Se le veía cada detalle. Nuevo capítulo, la leyenda. Cada detalle de la cara, ¿eh?
Will you tell me the story of the White Lady?
No, little sparrow. Not tonight. A fog is coming, see?
Yes. I know that when it's foggy, the lady kills young women. But why is she so evil?
You see, Giulia, pain and suffering can make us do evil things, even if we're not actually bad.
Just like soldiers have to kill other soldiers. I like the lady I've decided, Nanny. She must be in so much pain. The poor dear. She still scares me a little, though. Soon I'll be a young woman, and she could kill me. Does she kill those who love her?
Of course not.
That makes me feel better because I love her. But what about Martha? Would she be in danger?
Your sister is with your mother, so do not worry. Do you miss them?
No. I mean, yes, I miss Martha a little, but I love spending time with you.
Now, go to sleep, little sparrow. It's getting late.
Okay, Nanny. I'll go to sleep and dream of the lady. Was she beautiful?
She was beautiful. Yes, very much so.
Then she'll be beautiful in my dreams. And will I be beautiful just like her?
You'll be even more beautiful.
Listen, Nanny. Since the lady won't harm me because I love her, and since you're not a young woman, could you tell me her story? Even if it's foggy outside. Please. Oh, please. Then I'll sleep. I promise.
Oh, all right. You always get your own way.
Lo que os digo, se le veía cada detalle en la cara,
I loved that story. Every time I heard it, it sounded like a new and more mesmerizing tale. Every night I would ask her to tell me about it, even though it scared me. Even now I can remember every single day of that time and how happy I was.
According to an ancient legend, the lakes of the area are haunted by the spirit of a young woman who was killed by the man she loved. She was expecting a lover's stroll by the lake, gazing out at the old tree growing on the lake's island. So much hope and desire, but death, not love, was awaiting her.
Oh, the poor dear. That's not fair.
Life isn't fair, Poppet, but that's the way it is, and we must learn to deal with it.
Okay, I'll try. But it makes me so mad. Keep on reading, Nanny.
In despair, the man confessed he had killed her out of jealousy. So he was hanged on the small island, in the middle of the very same lake where he had killed the girl. They searched everywhere, but the girl's body was never found. Since then, her spirit, known as the White Lady, has been imprisoned in the depths of the lake. She grieves eternally for the loss of the man she loved. When fog arises, the White Lady is known to leave the waters of the lake and roam the woods, looking for her long-lost love in vain. Within the fog of dawn, hunters have claimed to hear the wailing of a woman in the distance.
I'm a little scared of this story, even though I like the lady.
Should I stop reading, my little sparrow?
No, Nanny. Daddy always tells me that fear must be faced. Go ahead.
Okay, honey. Every time the sad memory of the night she perished stirs in her soul, she takes the life of a young woman by slaying such a life in its youth. Even just for an instant, the lady feels free from the burden of her pain.
Good night, Nanny.
Good night, my love.
Vale.
I spent almost 3 years with the nanny, but when I came home, I quickly forgot how to be happy. My memories do not return until 15 years later, in 1944, when I stayed in that house. I enjoyed setting up cameras in the woods by the lake. My father created a device that attached to the cameras. It would make them take pictures at set intervals. I was trying to photograph animals, or whatever else was in that damned place.
Nuevo capítulo, el lago. 16 de julio de 1944, las 6 de la mañana.
Reel off the film. Open the camera. Remove the old roll of film. Put the new film in. Close the camera. Load the film. Activate the timer. Almost ready. Now to bring the image into focus. There's something floating on the surface of the water. If I frame it better, I might be able to see what it is.
Vale. What? Ah, vale, ahora. Ahora, vale. Hay alguien ahí, ¿no?
What? Is that a person? I must help them. I was horrified at the idea that someone might have drowned in my lake. The lake was my world, where I would spend entire days daydreaming. I would lose myself in my thoughts, but that was a rude awakening. So terrible.
Al agua, patos. Vale.
I instantly noticed that the person was wearing one of my dresses. I was scared. I dragged that lifeless body as best as I could to the shore, trying not to drown myself. Only when I lifted her in my arms did I realize who she was. It was my sister, my twin, a part of me, dead. Impossible to comprehend. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do or to think. I have to stay calm. Martha is not dead. It's not possible. It's not true. There's no need to worry. Everything is fine. Everything will be fine. I have to stay calm. Martha is not dead. Martha.
Marta, 26 de febrero de 1923. Por ahí vibra el mando.
Everything okay?
Are you hurt?
What are you doing?
Go, Eric, run!
My parents ran towards me. My mother hugged me. She, who detested me, was now cuddling me. Her warmth filled me with life, and the pain became bearable. I felt protected. Martha, are you okay? She asked me, speaking slowly in order to let me read her lips. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was Martha. I didn't want the moment to fade, so I meekly nodded my head. I didn't realize I had done something that couldn't be undone.
O sea, hostia
I would
puta.
have to pretend to be Martha forever.
Su hermana gemela. Tendría que hacerse pasar por Marta. Ten cuidado, locos. El cuerpo. Un día después de la muerte de Marta. Las 10:30.
O Lord who gives life to the dying, let your sacrifice of love be offered for Martha's soul. Into your hands I also entrust my spirit, so that I may be reunited with her in perpetual light, to never suffer the desolation of purgatory. Please grant her eternal rest, O Lord, and may eternal light shine upon her.
Vale.
Did you remember to light the candles in the hall? People will be here soon.
Mummy always finds something for everyone to do.
Vale. Espacio para destacar los puntos de interés. Ok.
I can't turn it off. We have to listen to the radio all of the time. Any news and announcements can be vital.
En fin. ¿Qué tenemos aquí?
July 17th, 1944. Our family is deeply saddened and is thinking of you during this extremely difficult time. Ernesto E. and family. July 17th, 1944. Our hearts are with you and we share your grief in the wake of the tragic loss of your dearest Giulia.
Giulia, que
Señor Attilio D.
Giulia somos nosotros. En fin, quien ha muerto es Marta.
July 17th, 1944, Ministry of War. Director General for Conscripts and NCOs. We are grieving over your sudden loss, and we send you our heartfelt condolences. The Lieutenant Colonel Rapporteur.
Vale. Entonces, me sigue marcando todos los puntos de interés.
An old painting. I find it so sad. It communicates a sense of deep solitude to me.
Vale. Visto, eso visto. Teléfono.
There's no reason to use the phone right now.
Vale. Aquí lo tenemos todo visto. Vale, vamos por aquí.
The only way people could tell Martha and me apart was by dressing differently. Even Mother couldn't tell us apart. This painter was a friend of Grandpa's. I always loved his paintings. As a child, I used to look at them for hours. Mummy and Daddy. They are the epitome of wealth and elegance. But pain pays no heed to money and style.
Este se ha quedado sobado ahí, ¿eh?
Books, books, and more books. In our villa, there must be 10 times more than even here.
Con el vaso ahí.
These hunting rifles are not Daddy's. He never went hunting. Nanny must have left them here.
Vale.
Daddy's oboe. We were preparing a really nice duet together. On the rare occasions he's at home, that is. Daddy, Mummy, and my grandparents. It seems almost impossible that Father is a soldier. Mother would have been more suitable if she wasn't a woman.
O sea, que lleva los pantalones allí en la madre, ¿no? Aquí tiene más carácter, ¿no? ¿Y qué hacemos con esto? Vale, encender las velas. Ok. Vale. Encendemos estas dos que nos queda. Yo creo que aquí lo tenemos visto todo, ¿no? En principio.
When you're done,
No.
come and get the flowers, please. Or send Martha if you like.
O manda a Marta si quieres.
Never a moment's peace. Even at a time like this. She can't sit still for a second.
Vale. Y autoguardado. Falta esto aquí.
A telegraph box. I know how to use it. Daddy taught me.
Vale, y entonces parece ser que aquí todo lo tenemos visto ya, ¿vale, familia? Podemos salir hacia allí, pero primero, espérate, what moment. Wow.
For a moment I thought I saw... No, that's not possible. It must be this whole situation making me see things that don't exist.
Is someone coming to get these damn flowers?
When Mummy asks for something, there's no escaping.
Vale, recoge las flores de madre antes de que se enfade. Vale. Aquí no tenemos nada. No, parece ser que no. Vale, vamos para aquí. Salimos. A ver qué le pasa a madre. Vale, si no me equivoco,
Everything always has to be perfect with her.
esto debe de ir aquí, ¿no? Ahí. Exacto. ¡Epa! Joder, qué susto me ha dado. La vibración del móvil, tío.
Erich, wake up. Do you think it's appropriate to sleep here, of all places?
What? Yes. I must have fallen asleep.
What are they talking about?
You can't stay here forever. Why don't you go to bed?
No. I want to stay with my daughter.
Your daughter? Your daughter? You have another daughter, you know. The one who's still alive. Remember?
What are you talking about, Irena? Giulia is dead. What kind of comment is that? How can you?
You should be thinking about Martha. Giulia harmed Martha. You know that, right? And as if that were not enough, she has now also abandoned her.
It's the same old story. Everything is always Giulia's fault, isn't it? Her fault for Marta being deaf, and for you being infertile. Do you think it's the right time for this? Giulia is dead, Irena. Dead. Someone killed her. Do you realize that?
Of course I realize. I get it. Do you think I'm stupid? No one understands it better than me. She always brought problems. Only problems. It would have been better if she hadn't been born at all.
¡Hostia!
You're crazy.
I'm the crazy one? Me?
Madre mía.
They have done this to get at me, yes. Your death is all my fault. All I could ever do for you was hurt you, Giulia.
Si se lo está diciendo a Marta.
Sweet, crazy girl. What will I do without you? What will life be like now? All the time I didn't spend with you. But now I'm home. We can go fishing together. We can take pictures of butterflies. No. We can't do anything together anymore, can we? Nothing. I miss you, Giulia. I miss you.
While American bombings continue to devastate the peaceful towns within the Elsa Valley, we have heard some tragic news from the area of La Ramola. The young daughter of German Army General Erich K. was murdered near her home. What possible reason could there have been behind such a cowardly act? This is what the Carabinieri, who immediately intervened, hope to find out.
Ten cuidado, con que la madre quería más a Marta y el padre a Giulia.
Seemed to suffer from the situation. All she cared about was that my death was so painful for Martha. But not having me around anymore must have been a great relief to her. At the end of the day, it was better for everyone that it was me who died. And it was better for me too that people thought that. But the guilt began to consume me. That's when I started having horrible nightmares.
A ver. A ver. A ver, yo. No, Marta. Marta ha perdido su, ¿no? Alma.
Martha has lost
Yo le robé No, a ella. Vale. Yo le robé a ella, ¿verdad? Le robé a ella vida. No, identidad. Claro, él es identidad, coño. Estoy como un cencerro. Su identidad. Exacto. Como se ve con el DLSS y el Ray Tracing, ¿eh? Lo tengo puesto en equilibrado, ¿eh? El DLSS. Que si lo pusiese en rendimiento se vería ya, sería la polla. Mamá. Hostia puta, tío. De locos. Os lo digo yo. Ah, tío. No me jodas, tío. ¡Ah! ¡Ah! ¡Qué asco, tío! ¡Ah! ¡Dios! ¡Qué locuras! Ten cuidado, tío. Joder. En fin. Qué locuras.
It was just a dream. A horrible dream.
Un sueño horrible.
Of my sister. I wish all of this was a dream and my sister is just sleeping in her bed. Instead, her bed is empty and this is reality. This is Martha and me at the festival of the patron saint. It was only a few months ago, and now... Martha had asked for a picture of me to put in this frame. She wanted me to do one of those expressions of mine that made her laugh. Expressions that she couldn't quite imitate. She used to say that those were the signs of my soul. Can a photo capture the soul? Can I capture Martha's soul?
La cámara. Nuevo capítulo, la habitación.
Scary fairy tales. Everything seems to be scary lately. Yet everything here is so beautiful and bright.
Vale. Tironcillo da ahí de vez en cuando. Vale, vamos a ver qué tenemos aquí.
This is Martha's trinket box. It could contain something that will help to figure out what happened.
Vale, pero lo tenemos cerrado. Ok. Vale.
Martha's clothes. To me, wearing them will be like having her with me. Mummy will also be happy to see them. Or I could wear my clothes in the other wardrobe. The elegant dress. No, I'll never hear the end of it from Mother.
Pues esa, ¿no? Vestida. Vale. Vale. Eso lo tenemos cerrado.
It's about 9:30.
Aproximadamente, ¿no? De las 9:30 en punto, chiqui.
It's July 18th.
18 de julio. Vale, o sea, una dormía ahí, la otra dormía aquí. Esta es la de Giulia.
I always keep my trinket box locked.
Vale, tampoco podemos verla. Ok, ¿qué tenemos aquí?
Oh gosh, if Mummy sees this picture, she'll throw it away for sure. It's me and Lapo. I want to see him as soon as possible so we can mourn Martha's death together. The butterfly collection that Daddy made for me.
Sí, ya lo han dicho antes que le gustaba mucho hacer fotos a mariposas, sí. Cierto.
Nanny will be visiting me soon.
Vale, la tata, que será la niñera. Vale, eso está cerrado. Vamos a ver aquí el armario. Vale, ¿qué tenemos aquí?
It's me with the nanny. Or maybe it was Martha.
Nadie se acuerda. Vale, familia, aquí arriba nada, ¿no? ¿Qué tenemos aquí?
I'm already dressed.
Ya estoy vestida, ok. Vale, vamos a ver. ¿Qué tenemos aquí?
Everything I need is always in my bag.
Vale. Pulsa B para abrir el bolso. Vale, has abierto el bolso de Giulia. Aquí puedes encontrar los objetos que Giulia lleva siempre consigo, junto con los que recoge durante el juego. Vale. Los objetos aparecen en la parte inferior izquierda. Selecciona un objeto para utilizarlo o analizarlo. Ahora intenta seleccionar la llave o el mapa. Vale.
The key to my trinket box.
La llave de su cajita. Y la M, el mapa. Vale. Objetivos. Dice... Debo poner una de mis fotos en este marco vacío. Siempre le dije a Marta que lo haría, pero nunca lo hice. Le habría gustado mucho. Requisitos, la cámara. Ok. Aquí tenemos el mapa. Giulia, que es donde estamos. Vale, perfecto. Todavía no tenemos fotos. Y registros. Vale. Perfecto. Y con tabulador, no, todo tiene que ser con B, ¿no? Y el mapa con la M. Ok. Vale. Lo de la cajita, a ver, what moment. Vamos a abrir nuestra cajita. Que tenemos la llave. A ver si tenemos aquí alguna foto o algo. No, el diario. El diario, familia.
July 12th, 1944. This is a new diary. We moved here today and I forgot my old one back at home. But that's okay. A new chapter in my life, a new diary. They say they brought us here for our own safety. Daddy, the war, and everything else. Nanny gave us her house and she went to look after the mansion. It's weird being back here after so many years. I remember Nanny telling me the fairy tale of the Lady of the Lake. It's one of the few happy memories I have from when I was little. Nanny isn't here and that's a shame, but Martha is here with me. I also get to see Lapo more often, which is wonderful. He's always hanging around here. Mum is thankfully too preoccupied with fixing up the house to worry about me. At least for now. July 16th, 1944. There's something creepy about the woods. Every time I'm at the lake, I get a strange feeling. Maybe it's the legend of the White Lady playing tricks on me. I get weird ideas. I think that there is this presence. Then I think I'm just being crazy. Anyway, crazy or not, I want to take some pictures. I'm not scared. In fact, I'd say I'm excited. I've made arrangements with Martha. She's coming to the lake with me tomorrow to set up 2 new cameras with timers, and we'll see what we can photograph. Not before a good swim, of course. To be honest, Martha doesn't like photography all that much, and recently she's gone off swimming too. But she does like spending time with me by teasing me. Then when she gets bored, she disappears into her books, and I do my own thing. We feel right when we're together. July 16th, 1944.
Es lo mismo,
There's
¿no?
something creepy about the woods. Every time I'm at the lake, I get a strange feeling. Maybe it's the legend of the white lady
Sí,
playing
es lo
tricks on
mismo.
me.
Vale, perfecto. Listo.
Yes, Huey. I'll be right there. I'm just going upstairs to call Martha down for breakfast.
Vale, aquí tenemos...
I'm not sure we should
Ok.
let her sleep all day. What do you think? What did you say? Okay, I won't wake her up. I'll just turn on her light. So when she wakes up, she'll know when to come down for breakfast.
They really think I'm Martha and I can't hear them.
Hmm.
I need to be careful not to talk, or I will be in serious trouble.
Vale, familia. La foto esta.
Here's the whole family together. A very rare thing indeed.
Vale, yo creo que aquí ya lo tenemos todo visto, porque el de Marta no podemos abrirlo, ¿no? ¿O sí? Nah.
This is not the right key. I must get her key if I want to know what's inside her trinket box.
Vale, y aquí no lo tendrá, ¿no?
I'm already dressed.
Vale, no. Vale, pues vámonos. Disculpad la tos, familia. Vale. Aquí lo tenemos cerrado. Ok, perfecto. Aquí nada. Vale, vamos a ver qué tenemos por aquí.
How wonderful the snow is. Unfortunately, it doesn't snow often
Ni
around
donde yo
here.
vivo tampoco nieva mucho. No, no nieva nada, como aquel que dice. Vale, familia.
There's no shortage of paintings in our house. Mum is passionate about painting. Dad loves these prints of Florence. I find them a bit sad.
Vale. Vale, sí, para correr, ya lo sabemos. Aquí nada, ¿no? Y eso cerrado, ¿no? Vale. Giulia.
It's locked. Strange.
¿Por
Why did they
qué?
lock my room? As a child, when I spent those short years with the nanny, this was my room.
Y ahora está cerrada. Vale. Vamos hacia abajo.
Mummy's family coat of arms.
Emblemas familiares.
Martha's breakfast is ready. We can go.
Yes, yes. It's getting late.
Did you leave the newspaper for Martha? You know how much she likes reading it.
Yes, Irena. It's on the table, can't you see?
And that camera, are you leaving it there?
Yes, Irena. Can't you leave it there for a few more days? Do you mind? It was for Giulia. I will take it away soon.
Vale, ya tenemos la cámara.
I promise. The thought makes me so sad. Seeing it there is as if... I don't know how to explain it.
All right. But let's go now. We have too much to do. We can't stay here all day talking.
Vale.
Mummy is right, though. Martha always read everything. It's me who will now read the newspaper instead. They'll be out all day. The funeral preparations will take them a long time.
Vale.
Everything is more complex with the war. Over the next few days, I will see little to nothing of them.
Pulsa K para ver los objetivos. Vale, el marco. Voy a poner una de mis fotos, que es lo que hemos dicho antes. Y luego, ¿qué más tenemos? Vale. Vemos lo de la cámara. Me gusta siempre llevar la cámara conmigo. Cuando menos te lo esperas, se presenta la oportunidad de hacer la foto perfecta. Información adicional. Lo que mi padre dejó sobre la mesa podría funcionar bien. Y el periódico. Marta siempre lee el periódico. Tengo que hacer lo mismo que ella para que nadie sospeche. Leer el periódico del 18 de julio. Podría estar en una mesa. Vale. Ok. Vamos a hacer esto.
Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Giulia K., a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges. Martha was not killed by politics or war. She was killed by something much closer and much less clear. I will find out the truth. Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Giulia K., a young woman.
Detener.
Firm bulwark even in the skies. 159 aircraft of the Germanic defense shot down in 24 hours. Major Russian operation northwest of Jassy. Enemy convoy lost in the Mediterranean. 2 destroyers and 6 merchant vessels sunk. Giulia K., distressed but supported by faith. Irene E., the mother, Erich the father, and Martha the sister sadly announced Giulia's passing. The funeral will take place in La Romola, Thursday, July 20th at 9:30 p.m., departing from the property of the deceased.
Vale.
First improvements in food registration. Bread rations increased by 50 grams per day as of
Ya
April
ves, en
20.
50 gramos
A
total.
kilo more every month of soup ingredients. Reforms to the treatment of agricultural workers and an unexpected distribution of jam.
Vale. Esto en principio está. Listo. Más cositas, a ver.
Chocolate, a privilege for few people in these times.
Vale. What? Ahora.
For
Para
Giulia,
Giulia.
to take more and more photos. Dad.
Vale, nos la quedamos. Perfecto.
I can verify that the camera is still working by taking a photo. I could photograph a sparrow. There are so many of them out here.
A un pajarito, vale.
Bread, butter, jam, and coffee. Martha's typical breakfast. I prefer honey and milk, but I'll have to adapt to her tastes, obviously. There might be birds around the little wall in front of the house. I always put crumbs on it for them.
Vale, ahora vemos, ahora vemos. Vamos a ver todo.
During deep winter, I would go to sleep snuggled by the fire and Nanny would get angry. Do you want to turn into a piece of charcoal, Giulia?
Vale.
These plates are not ours. Nanny left them here. I remember them well.
Vamos a ir mirando cada detalle, familia.
Daddy says that our wine, which is produced here, is extraordinary. I hate wine.
Prefiero la cerveza. Yo también prefiero la cerveza antes que el vino, sinceramente. Vale. Vale, está todo más que visto. Vámonos a hacer la foto. Bueno, voy a entrar aquí. Bueno, esto... Hay muchas cosas aquí. Cuando vamos a hacer la foto. Mira, ahí podemos hacer la foto, creo yo. A ver la bicicleta. Puedo usar la bici de Giulia para llegar más rápido a los sitios. Amigo, vale. Perfecto. Vale, aquí vamos a hacer la foto, familia. ¿No? ¿Cómo? A ver, what moment. Vale, la Q. La Q. Estás a punto de usar la cámara de Giulia. Es una Rolleicord de 1940 con película de 120 mm. La utilizarás para hacer fotos en el juego. Algunas fotos tendrán elementos ocultos que harán avanzar la historia del juego. Mientras sujetan la cámara aparecerá un icono que indica los puntos de interés fotográfico. Este icono aparecerá y se hará más claro cuanto más cerca esté. Pulsa E para ver tu cámara y los accesorios instalados. A ver, no te he bloqueado, apariencias, tal. Vale. Busca elementos que quieres fotografiar y pulsa Q para continuar, pulsa Q para salir. Vale, y pulsa, vale, ok. A ver, estás a punto de hacer tu primera foto. Para simplificar la simulación, la vista previa de la imagen muestra los ajustes a medida que los cambios en tu cámara. En la vida real, la imagen del visor está controlada por el objetivo secundario y solo responde al enfoque. Vale. Esto sería así, ¿no? Altura sería R y F. Vale. Y la inclinación, la Q y la E. Ok. Vale. CTRL muestra panel de ajustes. A ver el panel de ajustes avanzados para que tu foto sea única. Vale, utiliza los controles del panel para ajustar el enfoque, la exposición y la apertura. ¿Esto qué pasa? Vale, que la puedes hacer más nítida o menos nítida. Y la apertura, vale, ok. Y el enfoque, vale, se puede cambiar también, ¿no? Pulsa para cambiar las pestañas de extra. Vale, aquí encontrarás todos los complementos de la cámara. Podrás utilizar diferentes objetivos, filtros, películas de distintas sensibilidades y mucho más. Sin embargo, ahora mismo solo tienes película de 100 ISO. Vale. Puedes cerrar esta ventana, ajusta la cámara y pulsa espacio para disparar. ¿Estás a punto de hacer una foto? ¿Quieres continuar? Sí. Enhorabuena, has hecho tu primera foto. Vale, perfecto. Pulsa acá para omitir el tutorial. Enhorabuena. Uy. Perdonad, gente. Has hecho tu primera foto. Puedes hacer toda la foto que quieras a lo largo del juego, pero recuerda que solo unas pocas serán fundamentales para el progreso de la historia. Pronto aprenderás a revelar las fotos que has hecho. Elemento enmarcado, pero está desenfocado. Vale, entonces hay que meterle enfoque. Vale, elemento enmarcado y enfocado, familia. Fotico. Ahora, objetivo actualizado. ¿Qué objetivo tenemos? Dice, revela, imprime la foto en el cuarto oscuro en el sótano. A ver qué más tenemos por aquí. Vale, aquí parece que nada y aquí no se puede entrar. Ok. Vale, ¿qué tenemos por aquí?
Dante's Inferno illustrated by Dore. Always hanging cheery things. One of Daddy's many photos. Who knows who these other people are?
Vale.
War. Always war. Even in paintings. These masks, I remember them vividly. I always tried to escape their gaze. Old photographs that father took of this house.
Vale. Vale, esto es lo de Marta. Telegrama.
Florence, July 15th, 1944. General Erich K. As per our prior agreement, we are sending you military encrypted communication material. The device must remain hidden and secret. Hail. Feld Mascherallo, Carl H.
Vale. Vale, aquí sigue Marta. Y aquí no tenemos nada más, ¿no? Vale. Vamos a ver aquí un momento. Mira, aquí tenemos la bicicleta también. Vale. Quiero ver qué tenemos aquí.
We are so lucky. In these difficult times, pantries are empty and people are going hungry. But with a German general for a father, food is never scarce.
Vale, vamos a bajar abajo. Quiero ver qué hay aquí.
Lorenzini haberdashery. 5 meters of grey cotton fabric. 6 meters of white linen fabric. 4 meters of green satin. Delivered on June 5th, 1944. In the event of an issue, contact us on the number 6987. And this red fabric? It's not been mentioned. Could this also be one of Mummy's, or could the nanny have left it here?
Vale.
Mummy's sewing machine. She learnt how to sew because nobody else could do it to her liking. These could be of use to me.
Las tijeras guardaditas. Para nosotros.
Mummy's medicine. Will they do her any good?
Dice, por el carácter que tiene, ¿verdad? No sé yo, ¿eh?
This fabric is not new to me, yet I do not think I have ever seen it in the house.
Hostia, sangre. Sangre, ¿no? O del vino, ¿no? ¿O qué?
Our wine. Daddy is so proud of it.
Vale, aquí parece que está todo visto. Vale, esto es para revelar las fotos. Vale, vamos a ver si tenemos algo más aquí. Aquí al fondo, sí. Mira, aquí.
I don't like wine all that much, but I go crazy for our dessert wine. It is very sweet.
Vale.
The puppets I used to play with were made here. I never knew that when I was a child. They always told me that a fairy brought them. I didn't really believe them, but it was nice to think that. These workbenches fascinate me. I would love to learn carpentry. This is where Nanny's husband made my dolls.
Vale, aquí parece ser que lo tenemos visto. A ver, aquí.
When I was little, these barrels seemed enormous. I thought I could live inside one.
Vale, barriles, poca leche más, ¿no? Vale, vamos a ir. La zona de revelado me parece que es aquí. Cerramos puerta y revelamos. Vale, vamos a revelar esta foto. Vale, el enfoque era así. Vale, y ajustar así. Y despacio. Vale, perfecto. Vale, hay que esperar. Esto lo sé porque lo hemos hecho antes, claro. Pero sin la foto en condiciones. Vale, dale aquí al espacio. Se detiene cuando esté en verde. Perfecto. A Fifi. A
Not a
Fifi.
bad photograph. It seems that the camera works perfectly. Now I can take a self-timed photo for Martha's frame.
Vale. Poner en el álbum. Perfecto. Ahora ya podemos hacernos la foto, dice. Vale, que la foto sería... Vale, esto lo tenemos, el marco. Dice, debo poner una de mis fotos en este marco vacío. Siempre le dije a Marta que lo haría, pero nunca lo hice. Vale, esto ya lo hemos leído antes. Dice, requisito, se necesita un trípode. Entonces podré hacer un autorretrato. Dice, un trípode sería útil para poner la cámara. No puedo sostenerla con la mano. Seguramente habrá una en el sótano. Vale, está aquí. El trípode. Lo tenemos aquí. Irorirori. Aquí, familia. Ahí está.
Camera is set up with the self-timer.
Vale. Colocada con el temporizador. Sentamos. Vale, iniciar temporizador. Sonriente la A. Vale, habrá que revelarla, ¿no? Me imagino. Vale, cogemos. Epa. Vale, tubito. Vale. Entonces, ¿ahora con esto qué? Con esto me imagino que habrá que revelarlo, ¿no? Revelar la foto, claro. Se ha jodido. Vale, pues vamos a por ello. Ahí, ahí. Cierra, cierra. Vamos.
It's always a thrill to develop a photo. You can't see anything at first, yet something invisible is captured on the black film. A kind of ghost. That invisible breath then returns to reveal the reality from which it was torn. There are those who say that photography steals the soul or captures it. That's why they used to photograph the dead. But nowadays, almost nobody does it anymore. Even if it's just a delusion, I want to photograph Martha. I want to have a small reflection of who she was with me. But I have to do it secretly or they'll think I'm crazy.
Ahí está. Esperamos un poquito. Voy a mojarla. Tito, 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 tito. Perfecto.
Yes, this is me. No one was ever able to tell us apart. But I never had the slightest doubt, and nor did Martha. It's strange how what identifies us most deeply is not visible to anyone.
Vale, el alma de la foto.
I was obsessively thinking about Martha and what had happened. But suddenly, a thought took control. The memory of that day at the lake was becoming more and more like a dream when, after awakening, the image becomes more and more faded. Could it be that the memories were a figment of the mind? Had I been the one that hurt my sister? I had always envied her, and now I had taken her identity. I experienced a suffocating pattern of thoughts. I decided to go straight to the lake to retrieve the film rolls. They would tell a different story, I was sure. But deep down, I kept hoping they would confirm my fading memory. Of course the door is locked. The keys aren't hanging on the lock as usual, then they will be in Daddy's study. We live in fear now. My parents are not going to let me go to the lake anymore after Martha's death. So this is the right time. I need to know. The self-doubt I feel is eating me up.
Vale, familia, dejamos por aquí nuevo capítulo, Los rollos, el mismo día, las 23:30 PM. Vale, familia, dejamos por aquí capitulazo de hoy, ¿vale? Gran juego, gran juego. Sí, es verdad que tiene algunos tironcillos el juego, no sé por qué, pero gran juego. La cámara es bastante importante por lo que estamos viendo y sobre todo la historia es profunda, la historia... va a ser un gran juego con una contundente historia. Así que nada, familia, juegos de los que a mí me gusta y espero que sea así para vosotros. Si es así, espero que lo apoyéis con un gran likeazo, al igual que si no estáis suscritos, suscribiros, no cuesta nada, tan solo un clic y apoyáis a un servidor como yo, familia. Nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Hasta luego.